Excuse me. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our special Halloween live stream with California Psychics, where we'll be exploring the peak of the thinning of the veil energy today through some fun mediumship activities and walkthroughs, as well as answering some audience questions and connecting with some of our past loved ones through user questions. And don't fret because we will still have some time for trick-or-treating later today. So you can still attend this live stream, the whole entirety of it, and have time to get into those sweet Halloween costumes as well. We already have some people commenting as well, just giving you compliments for your setup right now, Psychic Saba. And yes, she has absolutely killed it today. Saba has gone above and beyond with getting us ready for the thinning of the veil energy today. And to kick us off, our schedule for the live stream today, Psychic Saba will be breaking down what is the thinning of the veil and why is it significant at this time of year. Why the thinning of the veil is great for mediumship readings and connecting with our spirit guides, and how Psychic Saba kind of connects with her own spirit guides and does mediumship through her own cleansing rituals and routines. And this can also serve as a little bit of teaching of a how-to of mediumship that you can try for yourself as well. And then we are going to be entering some general mediumship questions that we'll be taking in from the audience. So we'll be able to answer some of the questions that y'all bring forward and comment in the comment section. And then finally, if we have time at the end of the hour, we'll be opening up for some general readings as well. But Psychic Saba, I don't want to take any more of the attention away from you today because it looks like you've got us so ready to go for this thinning of the veil. So can you please let us know and kick us off with what is the thinning of the veil? And yes, why is it so significant during this time of year?
All right, well, the thinning of the veil is a time where the spirit world and the 3D world are basically merged. So we have our spirits and our ancestors and our guides able to freely communicate with us. Now, it could be because we are just on the other side of the fall equinox and between the winter solstice, the fall equinox, some say that's the unofficial beginning of the new year, and that is when our goals are, we're starting school, we're starting new projects, we're beginning all kinds of things that we may have had in our head all year that we wanted to start in September. And our ancestors and our guides are able to speak to us and give us ideas. We are also, other cultures have Dia de los Muertos, which would happen on November 1st, and ancestors are venerated on that day. So it's just a time where the collective conscious has decided that we are going to show honor and respect to those who came before us. Without them, there's no us. So I like to look at it as their time to be celebrated, their time to be communicated with, their time that we can give offerings and just make ourselves available for the wisdom that they may want to give us, since they can roam freely for the next few days.
Right. Thank you for that explanation, Saba. That is like a wonderful breakdown again, exactly of what the thinning of the veil is and why it is just so significant during this time and why it is a very prime time to connect through mediumship with past loved ones and just our spirit guides who are trying to connect with us and just send us the messages that we need to know. Which I guess really goes into our next kind of section of the live stream, which is Saba, how do you kind of prepare to connect with your own spirit guides, and how do you prepare for your mediumship readings? And can you kind of almost break it down in a way for anybody who is wanting to try connecting with their spirit guides through maybe some of the methods that you shout out today?
Absolutely. So, really, it's something that starts days before this moment. So, because the veil has been thin for about, I would say, 5 days now, I make sure that I have some mugwort tea. All right, mugwort tea. Now, I have my own little tea bags, and I'll put the tea in the bag and boil it and drink it. I have my little teacup here. Take a sip of your tea. You drink your mugwort tea. on a regular basis. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a clean space. The thing about benevolent spirits, they like cleanliness. Spirits that aren't so nice, they love a dirty, grimy environment. So you want to make sure that you clean up. All right. If we are doing a thinning of the veil on October 31st and November 1st, October 25th, you need to make sure that you have thrown out things that you're not using. You need to hit those corners. You need to mop your floors. You need to make sure that you're not keeping any broken dishes or broken mirrors around. You want to make sure that your space is respectful of the energies that you are trying to invite in. Think about it. When you were little and you wanted a treat and you wanted to go somewhere and your room was dirty, you weren't going. You weren't getting a treat. You weren't going to go on whatever excursion. You weren't going to be able to go to the birthday party or the sleepover. Why? Because your room was dirty. Well, I guess that's a universal thing because the ancestors and the guides and the spirits work the same way. The benevolent ones want to come into a cleaner environment. The next thing you want after you have primed yourself so that you can have your mugwort teas, you can have vivid dreams, after you have cleaned up, you now want to prepare a space. You want some protection. So I have already prepared a candle and I just write divine protection. And since we are doing the thinning of the veil today, in every dimension, and a couple other sigils that I use for my personal protection. And I dressed the candle already with a little, what is this? This is agrimony. And you might use a little bit of sulfur, angelica root, whatever you like to dress your candle with, use it, put your white candle out, and you light it. All right. If you're lighting a candle in a clean house, it's great. Okay. Next thing I might want to do is I want to use some protection oil. Yes.
Of course.
You oil your hands. The oil has already been prayed over. Just like every item here is, if you're keeping your environment clean and charged, you've already prayed over everything. But you oil up. You make sure that you are having some respect and reverence. Because the thing about the ancestors and our guides, we have to understand that we have full respect for them and they have full respect for us. So I do like to make it a little bit fancy. I like to make sure that I am respecting the energy that I am bringing into my home. They need to know that they are welcome and that I'm excited to see them. Imagine if somebody came to visit you and you just weren't prepared. You didn't have any water to give them. You didn't have any snacks to offer. Everything was strewn about and not really welcoming. So the same energy applies to this. You also
I do have a quick
that
question.
you have your incense. So I've got a little bit of incense here, regular protection incense. I'm also gonna burn a little bit of mugwort just to prep the environment. And you want to make sure that you are very clear that this is your dominion. I have full respect for the spirits, but let's say a spirit does decide to try me and come through and they weren't invited. I have to understand that I rule this area and they're going to be subjugated to my rules because this is my house. So you want to make sure that you don't go into this with any fear, with any doubt, because this is your domain. And if you feel any fear or you feel any doubt, stop, because you're not ready. Okay, so that's pretty much how I do it. And of course, on a regular basis, I make sure that there is water for the spirits and the guides, snacks, if that's what they like, depending on who they are. And I just want to make my environment as pleasant and welcoming as possible and keep the energy and the frequency high so that we can be at peace. Pretty clear?
Yes, that was actually a very wonderful breakdown. We did have one question in from Donna, who is wondering just what kind of like oil do you use whenever you are like getting ready to cleanse yourself and just kind of make sure you're all ready?
Absolutely. So generally it is olive oil that I had prayed over, and I am Christian. So I will pray the 23rd Psalm, Psalm 91, or Psalm 51, or a combination of Psalms over the oil, and I will wear it. And you can also find protective oil on Etsy. Okay. So just look for some. But basically, you want to pray over the oil. You can pretty much take olive oil and pray over it. And I like olive oil because it's old. It's old. You know how when you were in church or you may have been Catholic and they anointed, put the cross on your head. Well, that was olive oil that somebody prayed over. So that's pretty much how that works. And of course, you always want to have some oil on your life, right? So if I have the oil to do this, I'm also praying over the oil, I'm fortifying the oil, and I'm making sure to remind my subconscious mind that there is oil on my life that allows me to do what I do. The same thing can happen for you. You have oil on your life, figure out what that oil is that will allow you to do what you need to do. Okay? It's a metaphor, but it's also literal.
That is a wonderful breakdown, essentially with how you get prepared with mediumship readings. And I think it's a very good set of advice in general because you don't want to invite any just kind of negative energy through any of these practices. And just, yeah, the way that you described it, Saba, and if anybody has missed it, we will be uploading this live stream right after we finish up today. So you'll go back and be able to record any of or watch back any of the recording of Saba giving these breakdown for the thinning of the veil. Now you've given us a quick walkthrough of how you prepare for mediumship readings and connect to your spirit guides, Saba. And you've also given us a really good breakdown of how, I guess, if we want to take it into our own space, we can do so. So I guess this is a really good time for us to kind of just open up some questions for the audience. And Saba, I know you're also very particular with how you want to connect with other people's guides and just past loved ones as well. So we are very accommodating to how you are willing to do this. You are our featured psychic today, so we're not going to make you go out of your comfort zone. And feel free to narrate anything that you want to as well to kind of let anybody know just kind of how you're going about these processes. And it would be very insightful and cool to see too. So if you are, oh yeah, go on.
So I want to just make sure that we are cognizant that other people might have questions. So we want to make sure that our questions are clear and precise. Also, remember that if everyone has loved ones around, make sure that it's a question that is you've thought about it already. Think about it. Okay. Just think about the question. If you say, well, what color was my left shoe? No, indeed. That is not a question that I will be answered. Okay. What color was grandma's? No, no, no. We need to get a message. So if we want messages, we're going to take messages. Okay. So that's what we want. We want questions that ask for messages or advice, but we definitely want to make sure that we're cognizant of the limited amount of time that we have to tap into these energies.
All right. And I'm just giving a little bit of a breakdown in the chat so I can pretty much put exactly what you mentioned, Saba, up for anybody else to go back and read. Yes, we do want our questions to be specific today, especially when we are connecting with any of our spirit guides or just any past loved ones through Psychic Saba today. So if you do have any more general questions where just what do I need to know about my love life or general messages, we may have some time later in the live stream while we open up for general questions. But as for our mediumship questions, we are going to request for these questions to be very specific as listed here. And I do see some already coming in today. So I do see someone here actually that I think would be perfect as a way to kick us off. One from Susan who is requesting any messages from her past partner, Lewis. And she's also pairing the message that she's found a couple of dimes today as well, and just requesting if Lewis wants to pass on any messages to her as well. So Susan.
I feel Lewis coming in. I feel him saying that he sees you as the most beautiful, and he is saying that he is sending you money to continue being beautiful. He's basically sending you dimes because he thinks you're a dime. He thinks you are amazing, and he keeps just raving about your beauty, and he doesn't want you to forget that he thinks that you're the most beautiful woman that he's ever known. And he thinks you're a dime. He thinks that you are the most beautiful woman that he's ever known. He believes that he's saying he's saving a space, but don't be in a rush. And he's going to wait. He's saying he's going to wait and don't be in a rush. But you're the most beautiful woman he's ever known.
That is a very good message, and we really want to thank you, Susan and Saba. One, for Saba bringing forth that message from Lewis, and Susan for bringing forth that question to our Thinning of the Veil live stream. And we really hope that that message from Lewis resonated with you too. And we're just very happy we were able to connect the two of you today. Now, we have a question here. I'm reading over first. She has, or one from Brittany. Brittany is wanting to know if she has any messages from her grandmother, Barbara, that she would like to say to Brittany. She's crossed over about 5 years ago and is just wondering if there's any positive messages that she would like to share to Brittany.
So the positive messages, it seems like she's mentioning something about okra. So I'm getting something about okra. Not sure what that's connected to, but I'm just going to go with it. And she's basically saying that she's going to make sure that you go on a vacation. She's saying that she's working on financing you a vacation so that you can take a break, so that you can enjoy yourself. But she mentioned okra. I don't know if you like okra, or maybe she liked okra, but something about okra. Maybe you need to sit some okra on your altar tonight. But definitely there is a vacation that she's working on pulling some strings to finance for you, and she wants you to enjoy yourself and to have some fun on her behalf.
All right. Oh, yes, there we go. A little confirmation message just saying that her grandmother Barbara didn't used to eat okra a lot. So that is definitely a message that is resonating there. And Brittany, we really want to thank you for bringing forward that question. And yes, she's saying she really has been needing a trip. So confirmation there as well too. And just thank you, Saba, for helping her connect.
Here's a little bit more. She's basically saying, why don't you eat your okra? Girl, this is a little bit deep. Do you have a man or something? Girl, eat the okra. That's probably what's going to pay for your trip. Eat the okra. Okay. Yeah, that's between me and you. But yeah, eat the okra. Eat the okra. Maybe make some okra water. It'll be free. All right. That's it.
No, that was amazing, Saba. And thank you, Brittany, for bringing forward that question. Yes, we really hope that that message coming through from Saba through Barbara, your grandmother, we really hope that message resonated with you, Brittany. And just thank you for attending today's Thinning of the Veil live stream as well. Now, I see another question. I saw one from T, who had a really good question about her father. I really want to make sure I pronounce this correctly. Her father, Milu, I believe, or Milu. Please forgive me if I've mispronounced that. But he's passed away last Christmas Eve. She misses her father dearly, and she feels him missing her as well. Psychic Saba, T would love to know if she has, or if her father, Milu, has any messages for T today.
So I see your father. It seems like energetically there's a lot of water. There seems to be something related to water. It definitely looks like he's missing you too. And it's basically like either he would cross water or do something related to water. But I definitely think maybe you need to sit a glass of water out so you can talk to him all the time. He's definitely trying to get your attention in the form of either hummingbirds, or if you don't know which bird is a hummingbird, it's some sort of bird. It's basically hummingbirds or bluebirds, but he's trying to let you know that he's all around you. He's trying to get your attention too. You may have within the next week, a bird that comes and either sits on your car or your windowsill and tries to get close to you, that is confirmation that he hears you when you are crying and trying to communicate with him. He's right there. He's like, I'm here, but he's trying to figure out how to make sure that you understand that the messages are reaching him. So look for hummingbirds, birds. If you happen to be walking near water, don't be surprised if one of the birds just kind of stands out and tries to come near you in a very uncomfortable, not even uncomfortable, just like, oh, wow, why is this bird hanging out here? That's him trying to get messages to you, but he definitely loves you. He definitely sees you and hears your tears. He's listening to everything that you say, and he's working on everything that you need. All right. He's never going to leave you alone. He is definitely saying that he is your chief spirit guide. He's your chief spirit guide. He is there and he is prepared to head up a spirit team. So don't worry. All right. He hears everything. He hears all the tears. He hears everything that you say. Uh, every word that you say, he hears it. Okay.
All right. That was a wonderful reading that we got to come through for T. So T, definitely let us know if you heard that from Saba. We'd love to relay any of the feedback to Saba, though I know you're probably just typing it out right now, so I don't want to rush you. But we're really just glad that you were able to bring forward that question today. We were able to get Saba to connect with your father and relay that message to you as well. So thank you for attending today's Thinning of the Veil live stream as well. Now, I'm looking for some other questions. Now, I see one here for Leith. And please forgive me if I mispronounced your name. Please forgive me. And I do want to iterate for everybody else asking the question. We are doing some mediumship questions at the moment. We have not opened up for general questions. And if you do have a mediumship related question where you do wish to connect with somebody who has passed on, we do ask you kind of keep your questions a little specific, or at least include their names of any of the people that you would like to connect to. This will allow Psychic Saba to more accurately connect to the guide that is trying to reach you at the moment too. So Leith's question for you, Psychic Saba, and she would love to connect and see if there are any messages from her parents, Anne and Jean, just wanting to know if there are any positive messages that they want to share with her, especially what she puts, the yellow butterflies.
Okay. I'm getting the number 6. Does the number 6 mean anything? They're saying the number 6. $2 bill. And it definitely looks like they are going to make sure that you are purchasing a new home. They're going to purchase a new home. So if you've been thinking about purchasing a new home, they say they're going to assist you. They are definitely feeling better. They're saying they feel better. So I'm getting 6, $2 bill, new home, feeling better. And the idea of them assisting you with purchasing this new home, with a move or something that may have been hidden in your heart that you weren't thinking about. They're saying, and it might be this home or this move that they're talking about. It definitely looks like they are there for you. I'm also getting a very strong energy telling you to take a chance. They're saying roll the dice, take a chance. We've got your back. If you feel like you don't want to take the leap of faith, take it anyway. We have your back. We are watching you from all sides. You are protected on all sides. Take the leap of faith. We'll make sure that it happens for you. We will catch you. And again, I keep saying number 6. So yes, you are definitely divinely protected, and they definitely want you to have everything that you want, especially a new place. A new place.
She also mentions that her father passed away at 6:06 p.m. So that's kind of resonating with that 6 that you added there too.
Okay. Yeah, they're really saying 6, and I think you can break down 606 to 12, which breaks down to number 3, which Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they are with God. They are not he's not upset. He's just in another room watching you on some cameras, making sure that you're all right. Now, we don't really know what goes on in other dimensions, but I can tell you that you are divinely protected and they are making sure that you get everything that they can do. And they feel they're basically saying we can do more on this side than we could on that side. So if there's a new house or something that you want, and they keep talking about a house, are you supposed to be moving or did you just get a new house? Because they keep talking about that. But I definitely think that you are divinely protected, and they want you to take that leap of faith. Don't be afraid to step out on faith and do what you said. Do what you say you were going to do.
All right. Thank you, Leith, for bringing forward that question. Yes, she's just saying thank you so much, Saba, for bringing forward those messages from Anne and Jean, her parents. So we just really want to thank you, especially Saba, for bringing forward those messages, and Leith for bringing forward that question and allowing Saba to connect to those two as well. Now, thank you, everybody, as well. T also just saying thank you. You connected to her father who passed, and she just wants to say just thank you from the bottom of her heart. And just very grateful that she was able to connect and get those messages too. And she had she had a much longer one. Her phone paused, but she received the message. Her father and her are an Aquarius, and she loves the water. And she's wondering, this is in a continuation of her connection with Milu, so T and Milu. She has been wondering if she should take the little ashes that she has left from him and spread it over the water of Jamaica because he never has made it to visit. She also has just come back for Colombia for a month, and this one white bird would cross her balcony, and she felt like she knew it was her dad trying to get her attention. Do you have any thoughts about that, Saba, for connecting with Milu?
Yes. The water, I believe you were the person that was saying crossing water. There was a lot of water in that energy that he was saying. Let me see if I can get it back. So yes, the birds are a symbol of his presence and his ability to fly over and watch like bird's eye view. He can see everything. He can hear everything. Yes, he would like his ashes spread, but he also says keep a few of them. Keep a few of them. Don't spread all of them. Keep some of them. Just he wants to make sure that you understand that his energy is always present with you. So yes, you can spread them out, but if you have a little amulet or something that you want to keep in the house, you can do that as well. He's saying he's omnipresent and worldwide, so I guess he's everywhere. And he just wants you to know that yes, the answer is yes, he's there. The bird, he's always trying to get your attention with birds because he feels like birds are very gentle, and he always wants you to know the gentleness of his love for you. He would never send any harsh energy. His goal is to protect you from the harshness of the world. So when he sends a bird, it's like, oh, birds are so gentle, they're so loving, they're around, they're flying in when you least expect it. They're coming up from the top and coming down. So he just wants you to know that you are being seen with the bird's eye view, and the birds are flying up from the top and coming down and trying to take care of you always.
Amazing. Thank you, T, for seriously bringing forward that validation as well, and bringing forward your question to connect with your father, Milu. We're glad to facilitate that connection, and just, again, really want to thank you for attending today's Thinning of the Veil live stream. Now, we are a little bit over halfway, and I do want to get to a bunch more questions. So I see a bunch coming in that are great for us to answer today. And right before we do so, I do want to give a shout out to Psychic Saba here, because Saba has been providing some excellent opportunities to has been providing some wonderful showcases of her abilities and the ways that she can connect through mediumship on CaliforniaPsychics.com, especially if you want to have a one-on-one or personalized experience in a more private setting on CaliforniaPsychics.com when you connect through the app or our website. Now, Saba, we know that you are not limited to just mediumship on the line. It is just kind of the theme of today's live stream, but can you please let everybody know when is the very next time that you'll be online and available for these one-on-one readings for those who maybe want to connect through more insight or just want to receive a reading that involves something else like love or career.
Absolutely. So the very next time I will be on is about 5 p.m. EST. And I am going to take a little bit of a break to go trick-or-treating and go party a little bit. But after that, I will be serving up readings and helping everybody get into this thinning of the veil for the next for basically until midnight tonight. And of course, I will be on all weekend. I'll be on tomorrow at about 6 p.m. EST. And Sunday, I will be starting at 1 p.m. EST and going all the way to midnight. So if you have your questions and you want to talk to me, you can find me over the next 3 days. And really, I'm typically on the line every day. If the sun goes down, Saba's around, and even if I'm not scheduled, if somebody says, "Hey, I need a reading," through the chat, I will get on and accommodate you. If you want to send me an offline email, I answer those, and I'm available. I love what I do. I feel like I get to do this. It is a privilege and an honor to serve. So I'm here for you if you need me.
Yes, wonderful. Yes, and wonderful. And I believe the link in our description of the live stream that you're watching right now will pull up Psychic Saba's profile on California Psychics, where you can go ahead and book that one-on-one reading with her and connect with her and really get deep into the insights, or just have a friendly chat with her about the love or career that you truly deserve. So Saba is one of our best, and we love featuring her. So go ahead and give her a call. And we really want to thank everybody for attending this live stream too. We still have a lot of time left, but a quick shout out for everybody too. Now, Stephanie, we really want to thank you for your patience. She is wanting to connect to her great-grandmother, Rebecca. So Psychic Saba. Unfortunately, Stephanie has never met her great-grandmother, Rebecca, but she's thinking of playing some music for her as she really likes to dance. Thank you for your question, Stephanie.
Okay. So I definitely think that your great grandmother would like to hear music. She would also like you to, I guess, bake some sort of dish from her time. This could be a pie. I'm getting like chess pie or sweet, some sort of sweet pie, sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, chess pie. But basically, it's probably chess pie or something from generations before, like the early 1900s. But yes, I do get that she is part of your spirit team, and she is encouraging you to bake. She's encouraging you to bake. She's encouraging you to learn your way around pastries, pies. Was she a baker? Was she some sort of chef or something? She's talking a lot about food, and the energy that I'm getting is the best way to connect with her and to get to know her is in the kitchen. So this could mean that maybe she was a restaurateur. Maybe that was one of her dreams. Maybe that was something that maybe that was something that she just wants to bring down the bloodline. But her energy is that of a supreme ancestor. She takes pride in being an ancestor. She takes pride in her lineage, and she wants you to keep going. But she definitely is just something about baking and cooking that's really important to her.
Yes, she does say she thinks she was a housewife for the most part, so that can kind of, yes, contribute to it as well. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
she wants you. She's basically saying this is a lost art. Don't don't let it die. Don't let it die. She's also trying to tell me that she's not dead, and I feel you, ma'am. I feel you. I ain't either. So she's basically saying, don't let this die. She's in the kitchen. She knows her way around the kitchen, and I think that would be a great way to connect with her because that's probably how she showed love to her family as a matriarch, who again says that she is not dead. So I guess when I refer to her as ancestor, you have to be a lot of times when you're connecting with people, their personality is not going to go away just because they went to another dimension. So she strikes me as a very fabulous woman who was an excellent cook, who knew her way around a kitchen. And I guess for her, the kitchen might mean that's medicine for your family. Like you should know how to whip up tea. You should know how to make things from scratch. You should know how to basically do everything that you can do for your family's wellness from the kitchen. And she's not playing about that. And again, she would also like me to let you know that she is not dead.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I think that was a great message that came through from Rebecca to Stephanie. We really hope that that resonated with you, being able to connect with your great-grandmother, Stephanie. And we just really want to thank you for coming to today's Thinning of the Veil live stream and just bringing forward that question. Now, I do see one here also from Donna. This one is more, I guess, less mediumship, but more connecting with her spirit guides. But this is more about I guess, here's the combination here, Saba. It's lost objects and pet psychics. She is wondering about a lost pet. She believes a spirit has told her where her cat Snowball is, Donna. Her spirit, she believes, said that Snowball is in the basement behind some boxes. Do you believe that this is true, or can you kind of give some confirmation, or do you think that Snowball is outside like Donna suspects? Is there any way that can be a reveal of his location, please and thank you? So Snowball the cat and Donna just kind of wanting to know if she can find him and very, very worried about him.
Okay. So Snowball is outside. Snowball is outside. Snowball is not inside because Snowball seems to really like sticks, trees, things that allow him to hide. I agree that there's some hiding going on, but I think you're going to run into Snowball in about 6 weeks. I don't think that Snowball, you should be running into Snowball before Christmas. Snowball should be showing up sometime within the second week of December. And I don't think that he's in the house, and I don't think that Snowball is, I really don't think Snowball is lost. I think Snowball went and made a friend and just kind of decided that he was going to do his own thing for a little while. You will likely see Snowball with 2 or 3 other animals, one of which isn't a cat. So I think one of them is a cat, but I do think that Snowball is going to be back right around the second week of December.
All right. Thank you, Donna, for that question. And my advice as well, I've always heard that leaving just kind of some clothes that especially smell like you is especially helpful, and just kind of leaving those outside. So that way, if he does kind of catch that scent, he maybe feels a little bit more inclined to just kind of stick around. So that is.
If you see some other cats, say, hey, send Snowball home. Say Snowball to the cats. All
Yeah.
right. Just try it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Donna, though, for bringing forward that question. And we really were hoping to give you some insight as well, because I know that can be a very stressful situation. Now, our next question, this one is returning back to mediumship, and we are closing in on the final 15 minutes. So maybe after this, we'll be switching over to just general questions and kind of give ourselves a little bit of a decompression, especially for Psychic Saba here, who has been connecting with all of our past loved ones and our spirit guides. So just kind of giving her some decompression before she leaves today. We'll be opening up some general questions after Alicia. We answer Alicia's mediumship question here. So we can go ahead and get general love, career, all those kind of questions coming in the chat. But Alicia's question for you, Psychic Saba, and her mediumship question. This is more for her mother's sister. So her mother, Angela, would like to know if there are many messages from her sister, Josephine, who has passed away in about August of 2024.
Oh, something about a boat. I'm getting energy about a boat. Go get on a boat. Go get on a boat. So it looks like Josephine is saying she would love to see you on a boat, or maybe there were some very fond memories or plans surrounding a boat that she's remembering fondly. She's of course saying, "I love you. I send you love. I just pick up the phone and pretend like we're talking." Um, and I'm also getting energy surrounding glam. Was she into hair or makeup? She's basically saying, keep up the hair, keep up the makeup, and get on a boat. She wishes that you guys could talk. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to communicate. She would love to communicate. So this might be an invitation for you to put out some items so that she can feel more of a presence of, for you can so you can feel her presence around a little bit more. She is definitely a very charismatic energy, and she would love for you to think about taking a trip on a boat, a cruise, or something related to a boat. She's sending love, positive energy, and a lot of glamour energy. A lot of glamour energy, encouraging. Um, Here was she a hairstylist or something related to that? But it definitely looks like she is happy, and she is basically saying, "Hey, I'll meet you on the boat," or there's something going on with a boat. But yes, she is sending a lot of love and a lot of energy related to um, just taking good care of yourself. So you might want to put out, if you have some things that belong to her, put them out with a glass of water and a candle, and she is basically saying, "I'll be right there, and we're going to talk."
All right. Thank you, Alicia, for bringing forward that question from your mother, Angela, and helping us connect to her sister, Josephine, as well. So we really want to thank you for attending today's live stream and bringing forward this question for our Thinning of the Veil live stream. And I think it's a wonderful way for us to kind of conclude our mediumship section of the live stream. We are going to open up questions now to just kind of general questions. So if you are wanting to bring forward any questions to Psychic Saba in the form of just kind of career-related questions, love questions, general questions, yes, this is, I guess, the time to do so. We have a little bit less than 15 minutes left in today's Thinning of the Veil live stream. So this kind of period will give some time for Saba to kind of decompress, kind of cleanse her space, and we'll still have time for some trick-or-treating left for everybody here in a few minutes once we conclude today's live stream. And Psychic Saba, can you please shout out for everybody who is wanting to connect with you for a one-on-one reading experience that can involve either mediumship, love, career, general questions, just all sorts of stuff whenever they connect with you on CaliforniaPsychics.com. When are you going to be online and available on California Psychics for those one-on-one readings?
Absolutely. I will be on from today at about 5 p.m. EST. I do want to go do a little bit of trick-or-treating and a little bit of partying, but then I will be on the line until about midnight or 1 a.m. answering your questions about the Thinning of the Veil and doing readings and just making myself available to serve everyone who needs to talk to me tonight. I will also be on the line at 6 p.m. tomorrow on Saturday, and I'll be on until about 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. And then on Sunday, I will be starting early at 1 p.m. and I will be working all the way up until midnight EST on Sunday. So come see me. Let's talk about it. Now, if any of you guys were curious of what I was spraying on myself, yes. If you are communicating with spirits, you need to constantly be making sure that you are graciously and lovingly protecting your space. I am using rue water and vetiver and also a little bit of cherry oil for cheerfulness so that the energies and the spirits know that I have full respect for them. And with love, let's separate now. So that's what's going on here. Okay.
Wonderful explanation as well. And thank you, Jasaba, for helping us connect to the other side during the Thinning of the Veil live stream. And yes, if anybody would love to do so in more detail, as we reach the very peak of the Thinning of the Thinning of the Veil, I keep saying live stream, but Thinning of the Veil tonight will be the very peak of it. So you can connect with Saba and take advantage of that energy if you do want to connect for further mediumship readings on California Psychics. Now, as we open up for some general questions, I see one here from Josie, who's requesting more of a love reading. Just kind of wondering what sort of messages you see from the universe regarding love. She is single and hoping to change that at the moment.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, it looks like there will be a sudden change. So you got the Tower, but right after the Tower is the Six of Cups. The Tower in this case means that you're going to go from single to, oh my goodness, I've seen this person every day for the past 30 days. So I encourage you to make sure that you step out as soon as possible. If you are trying to figure out what to wear, make sure that your lipstick is visible. If it's a nude lipstick, throw it in the trash tonight. Throw it in the trash. Get some color and leave the house. All right, you're going to be dating, and it looks like it's going to be something that's like it goes from 0 to, gosh, what has happened here? Why am I with this person like all the time? So I do think that something really good is coming for you, but the prerequisite: get out of the house. If it's gloss, if it's not bright, don't wear it. If you're thinking about wearing a brown shirt, I'm going to tell you, throw it in the garbage. Bright colors for you. Stand out.
All right. Excellent advice there, Saba, and insight for Josie. And we really want to thank you, Josie, for bringing forward your question to today's live stream and for attending as well. Now, our next question that we have for you, Psychic Saba, comes from Maria, who's wanting to know if there are any insights that you see for her regarding her career. Her question exactly is any insights about career moves for her? Thank you.
Okay. Oh, it definitely looks like you can expect some new position to open up for you that will kind of prove that you know what you're doing. Like it looks like you're going to get some proof that you were right and that you know what you're doing. And you should expect this proof to show up in your career sometime in February of 2026. This could be a higher position, a raise, or basically documented proof that you know that you knew what you were talking about. I'm seeing that your expertise or your thoughts about something will absolutely be backed up and validated with proof that you were correct. So good things are coming for your career. It looks like a lot of leadership and a lot of power will be centered around you because, like I said, you're going to be proven right. Some theory that you had, something that you believed or thought about, you were right. So I think that's a good thing, and you can expect that information to come through in the form of either a raise or a higher paying position that proves that you know what you're talking about in February of 2026.
All right. Thank you, Maria, for bringing forward that question. Yes, she says that sounds great. And thank you, Saba, for giving her that insight. And thank you, Maria, for attending today's live stream and bringing forward that question. Josie also saying that she's going to follow your advice because she has a party tomorrow. So looking forward to taking that advice you had for her for love into account. Now, moving on to our next question. I see all one here for Sunrise Jesus, and thank you for being so interactive during our live stream, Sunrise Jesus. That's their YouTube name. Now, this question exactly might be a little bit on the legal side. Well, the question exactly for you, Saba, is when will the condo sell? And I think maybe the better question is kind of when do you see this energy kind of departing Sunrise Jesus and kind of feeling that, I guess, that dissolve partnership between them and that condo, and if any month time frames that you have will be helpful.
Looking like between 10 and 12 weeks. So that's basically about 3 months. Outcome is a Three of Pentacles. It looks like you need to work together. If the goal is to make this happen, Yes, your answer needs to be yes. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Be flexible, be willing to work with the people that you are dealing with so that you can get this over with. If you can work together, this is done in 3 months, 10 to
All
12
right.
weeks.
Yes. And thank you, Sunrises, for bringing forward that question and for attending today's live stream as well. Now, I saw another question here for a love reading from Cece regarding her and David, please. Now, unsure of the relationship at the moment between her and David, but yes, just wanting to know if you see any insight for the two of them.
Okay. And David. Um, this looks like you're trying to reconcile, beloved. It looks like you guys want to work things out. It looks like things will be stable and moving forward. In Aquarius season, you can expect things to stabilize between you two. In Aquarius season, what does that look like? January. It seems like right now there's a lot of exhaustion, a lot of uh, a lot of exhaustion. Looks like this is just relationship is kind of need to take a step back and recover, and things will be on track in January.
Amazing. Thank you, Cece, for bringing forward that love question for our live stream today. And we hope that answer from Psychic Saba resonated with you too. Now, I saw one here next from Andrea, a few YouTube questions coming in now. Wanting to know if you see, or a more general question again, but in terms of love, what do you see coming for Andrea? Any messages that she needs to know for the rest of this year in regards to love?
Okay, so you can't pour from an empty cup. You are very generous, and in terms of love, you will get back the love that you give yourself. So the more love you pour into your cup, the easier it will be for you to receive. It is time to be stingy. It is time to be selfish. And if you've already started being stingy and selfish, if you're at a level 5 selfishness, you need to ramp it up to a level 10. The more you give yourself, the more you will get in love. So I want to encourage you with this Ace of Cups to make your own love overflow. All right. This is the time for originality and being as much of yourself as possible. This will culminate for you in Pisces season where you feel super loved and super cared for, and this is on the rise, but it starts with you saying, I'm going to give myself all of these things, and that upgrade that I wanted, yeah, it'll be here by Pisces season.
All right. Thank you, Andrea, for bringing forward that love question to our live stream today. And we hope that advice from Psychic Saba resonated with you too. And I saw another question here from Mel Prince from YouTube. Mel Prince is asking you, Psychic Saba, do you foresee them getting married? And I think the better question is do you have any potential timelines that they can look forward to in terms, or any advice about meeting a future partner that they can look forward to, this Mel Prince?
Okay, so I do think that you can get married. The lover's card is coming up a little bit inverted. You might want to make sure that you're not getting married too fast. You might know you might want to slow down your timeline. Your timeline looks like you ready to do it sometime next year. That doesn't look like a good plan. It looks like you need to wait 2 years before you select someone to marry. And you are supposed to be focusing on your discipline. Your discipline. The more disciplined you are, the better your marriage will be. So I think you're about 2 years out. Now you can not take my advice and go and hit Vegas next summer. Make sure you're ready for an annulment if you do that. So make sure that you focus on your discipline first. It's discipline that will get you the marriage that you want. Now you can have a wedding in June of 2026, and you might as well print out the papers to dissolve it the same day. But if you wait and work on your discipline, 2 years from now, you'll have something that lasts.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mel Prince, for bringing forward that question. And we really want to thank you, Saba. That was some wonderful advice for them as well. Thank you for attending the live stream and bringing forward that question. And we have one here from Paula who has kind of a mediumship question, but because we're closing the end, it's kind of a two-parter. So a love question for Paula, wanting to know more about finding a partner. Do you possibly have any insight of who or when they will be meeting this partner? I'm assuming their forever partner. Yes.
Well, so Paula, I do not have an honest answer as to when you're going to meet your forever person. Your cards are suggesting that you have a lot of talent and a lot of mastery, but you kind of need to work on conflict resolution and, I guess, misdirected energy. It seems like right now it causes issues. So I do think that you can get married. I do think that you will meet someone, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime within the next year and a half. And I say you should definitely kind of work on conflict resolution. I will dig more into that, but basically conflict resolution is the key to you getting married sooner than later.
Perfect. Thank you, Paula, for bringing forward that question and attending today's live stream as well. Now, I do want to say thank you, everybody, for attending today's Thinning of the Veil live stream. Today was one of our great one-off live streams, a little bit different than our Monday live streams and our Tarot Thursdays. So we really want to thank you, everybody, for attending. And a huge, massive thank you to Psychic Saba here for just going above and beyond and just really blowing out our expectations of what we had in mind for our Thinning of the Veil live stream. We had so many great mediumship questions coming in, and we just want to thank everybody for spending Halloween or this little slot of Halloween with us, because there's still some time for some trick-or-treating. And like Psychic Saba said, she's going to be taking a little bit of a break, but then she'll be hopping online on California Psychic. So if you are wanting to connect with her to get even more insight of some of the answers you received today, or just kind of get more into the nitty-gritty of some personal stuff that we don't want on the live stream, you can go ahead and direct it to Psychic Saba. Now, Saba, can you please just shout out one final time your regular schedule and the next time you'll be online?
Yes, so I have a saying, if the sun is down, Saba's around, and that applies 7 days a week. Tonight, I will be on the line at approximately 5 p.m. EST after I take a break to get some candy and get some food and, go shake my tail feather a little bit at a local party. And I will be on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. until about midnight or 1 a.m. And then on Sunday, I will be starting early at 1 p.m. and I will be going all the way up until midnight EST. Please bring your questions. I look forward to connecting with you. And thank you for making this live stream and Thinning of the Veil as wonderful for me as it was for you. This was amazing. Great questions, great energy, y'all. I really liked everybody's guides and ancestors are really very interesting souls that, hey, were very welcome. And I have full respect for them. They have full respect for me. This was very pleasant. Thank you.
Thank you, Saba. And as a final note, I put a little video link in the chat. That's the link to Saba's latest Halloween video, the zodiac signs on Halloween. Since today is Halloween, we posted that video yesterday. And so if you're wanting to see a little bit of Saba in the fun theme of Halloween tonight, you can go ahead and check that video out and give us a like too. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, Saba. And until next time, we will be live again Monday. But until then, direct your questions to our expert here, Psychic Saba. And until next time, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. Have fun tonight.